Now, when we talking about believing stuff being told, now, like I said, if you're just not joining us on the house party, shame on you, because we've already had a whole lot of fun. We had a birthday, and we're going to have some more with the music, but we had two birthdays. Two birthdays from yesterday. We're going to get into today's on the mix. Now, I also said at the top of the show, I will not disown and dishonor another black male in public or beyond. So while we're going to talk about it. Of course we are. It's news. We're not going to be messy about it. In my opinion, don't matter on this. We're just going to give the information. But you know what else is quite? Let's not go into the Epstein list. Not yet. I was just informed of something that is so disturbing to me. It's like my whole childhood. I need to go find Professor Xavier to wipe my mind because I just got turned on to Quiet on the Set.
I can't do
the Dark Side of Kids, the Nickelodeon documentary.
I can't do
it. Listen, so
I can't watch that.
So you get the information in your childhood, like long term, like not hidden, but not even repressed, but just your memories just pop back out. Oh, so you start to find out that what's the man named Dan Schneider?
Yeah.
You start to find out things about him and the execs having child foot fetishes. And I remember the Nickelodeon logo being a foot, an orange foot with the word Nickelodeon across.
It was at some point.
It was. You remember that because it was like a blimp and a foot.
Yeah.
And I remember distinctly the one, when they have you mail in. I remember as a kid when Earthquake jumped on Hulk Hogan and we were kids and we were all crying. Oh my God, Hulkamania's dead. And they're like, write your letters to him because they were taking addresses. Like people would do with emails now. We're talking 1990. In the same era, they used to have us trace our foot in the sand and send in the artwork to these people for contests. I'm like, oh man, y'all was getting us back then. But this is the stuff that's not being talked about. Because as a people, the media knows that we're distracted by mess. Because the news we don't watch. The Housewives, we keep on the air for 20 years. So because of that, you can say, Diddy did this, Diddy did that. Now, we're going to get into some more stuff later on, but for right now, I would like us to not be quiet on that part of the set when it comes to the other side, too. But
that's what it is. The media does that, though. Like, stuff will happen to the folks that have no melanin. And then when it happens to us, or they put it in our head that happens to us. Like, oh no, one of your people did this, we hop on that.
Yeah, real quick. And just get to we're gonna address that a little later. But like I told you at the top of the show, we got a very special guest with y'all tuning in from. I'm gonna ask the brother where he's at right now. We talking singer, songwriter, rapper, dancer, choreographer. We are definitely gonna talk about the choreography and actor. And please correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Derrick Gobourne Jr.
That was right. That was correct.
What's going on, my man?
Everything. What's going on with you guys?
Not too much, man. Welcome to the land. Where are you right now, sir?
I am at the humble abode in Snellville, Georgia.
Oh, so that means the weather is above 50 degrees, maybe?
Above 50? Today, it off and on. It will catch us. Sometimes it's 16 at the highest.
16? In Georgia?
Randomly just be 16 one day.
I was on my way to being a hater. Have you had snow in the last 2 weeks?
No.
Nah, then I'm still.
And I really wish that we would. I've never seen snow.
Nah, you know what? I will reserve some of my hate because I can't hate on a man who writes music like the music you write. And my friend, I'm telling you, I can't call it a bop because a bop is something we're talking about something on its way to classic status.
Oh, wow.
I need you to explain, please, for the people listening, what inspired that song that will more than likely replace Ribbon in the Sky.
Ooh. Wow. Well, that's an honor because Stevie Wonder is one of my greatest inspirations musically.
Okay.
It's interesting that we have to walk down this story again because I'm still dealing with everything that kind of wrapped up around what this whole album came about to be about a year ago.
Okay.
At the first heartbreak of my life ever. Terrible.
That's what starts it.
Yeah. You know, in the Five Heartbeats movie, when they were like, and he'll become a great writer
Yo.
if he
Yes.
gets his heart broken. And I'm like, I hope that doesn't happen to me. And so here we are a year later. And so that next month I had met somebody else. I'm an actor, so we were doing Dreamgirls. Met one of the girls from Dreamgirls.
Okay.
And it just happened that we started liking each other, and we were on our way to this club. And for some reason, I didn't want to listen to what they were listening to. And so I had my headphones on, and I was listening to this album. I cannot remember the name of the album, but I know it's by Mickey Blue. And that particular song started playing, and I just screamed because it was so good. I was like, oh my gosh, wow. This is like everything that I'm feeling about this girl in this particular moment is this song. And so I went home and I wanted to break down the harmonies and break down the production. I did it just for her. And then I was like, I'm going to make you an EP, and I'm going to make it just for you so that you won't hear it and nobody else. That's not what happened. I felt it was too good for the world not to hear it. And so now y'all have it. And that's pretty much, it was originally written and recorded by Mickey Blue in 1989. And I just did my little spin on it, and people happened. Really
so what you're saying is, if I heard you correctly, Until Summer Songs Inspired by a Hummingbird was written for her?
Yeah, that whole album. She is the Hummingbird, absolutely.
Nice.
Are you still with Hummingbird?
You say, am I still with the Hummingbird?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yes, okay. I was like, please, that'd be too good. Now I'm gonna take a stab and make a guess. I don't like the word assumption. That maybe one of your other inspirations, and I'm getting this strictly off your Instagram page, might be Michael Jackson?
Absolutely. He is the reason that I do music. Absolutely.
See, what you just didn't hear was an uh-oh, because I'm a diehard. So I appreciated the Bruno Mars Michael Jackson collab song that you sang. I was like, okay, I like this. That I couldn't do that, and you did that. And we share a song, but this ain't about me. Now, your musical influences besides Stevie, because I'm gonna ask you something at the end as far as a listing. I won't get into it now, but besides Stevie, who else are your other influences?
Musically, Take Six, Brian McKnight, Terrence Trent D'Arby.
Now, finally, some flowers for Terrence Trent.
Terrence is the man. I mean, he did a lot of this, and that's probably what got him in trouble. But he's the guy. I love Terrence. Jackie Wilson, of course. He's an incredible singer. I have a melting pot of things. I listen to everything and try to put everything together. The Four Freshmen, Parliament, Funkadelic, James Brown. There's so many.
Okay. Now, when it comes to that, everybody you named was discovered by somebody, and they kind of transitioned to the next person. Who discovered you?
Meaning?
Now, we could say somebody heard me singing in the kitchen, a parent, somebody heard me at school, then it kind of transitioned to this talent show. How did it get started?
Me.
Okay, so you knew you could sing.
No, I knew I couldn't, and that was the thing. I knew I wanted to, but I wasn't necessarily great at it. And I find myself, I still say that I'm learning. I wouldn't consider myself a super vocalist, but I'm still learning my voice and what my voice can do. A lot of the times when I was younger and I was like, I want to be a singer. Like, that's what I want to do. I feel like I have a really good ear for music. I feel like I'm really good at writing. And people would say, you should stick to dancing. That was my first love. I knew I could dance more than anything.
Okay.
People always tell me that you should stick to dancing, but I kind of just believed in myself. So now we're here.
Now, I'll get back to the singing, but since you brought up dancing, let's segue into that super viral clip of you reenacting, and it looked like your brother, you and your brother reenacting your sister's choreography from the Oh man. Because I was like, like the commentators knew. So I appreciated that they knew what was going on. They didn't just say, oh, some guy knows routine. They're like, no, that's her brother. And he's a dancer. I'm like, yeah, that's love. Now, how'd that come about?
That is my number one fan, first of all. She's my number one fan, and I'm her number one fan. That's my baby. We are the closest in age. There's 4 of us, but me and her are the closest in age.
Okay.
And that's my twin. And so when it came time for her to do gymnastics and do floor routines, she wanted me to help her choreograph because that's what we do all the time. When we were younger, my mom would come home from work and we would have choreographed the dance like the Jacksons. We have cable. We had 3 channels. We weren't that privileged. So all we could do was dance and sing and whatnot. And so that particular night, they just happened to catch that on camera. I did that at all her meets. Like she wants me to come hype her up, and I'm gonna hype her up because it makes her get hyped for floor. And that particular night, they just happened to catch it on camera.
They caught the whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And the guy behind me, that was our theater dad, and the other choreographer, his name was Donald Bryson, and the one in the back is who we call our little brother Dale, who's an amazing songwriter and amazing dancer. And you know, it's party dancers. So, you know, if I hit this, you know, you're going to jump right in and hit that right there. So.
And I mean, y'all was on point to the point where that's still tracking to this day.
Yeah.
Now, so now you're in Georgia now.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where you're born?
No, I was born in Sarasota, Florida. Sunny Sarasota, Florida.
Sunny, yeah, because there's no sun out here right now.
Where you guys at?
We're in Cleveland, Ohio, the state of all seasons in 1 week.
Yeah.
Ohio.
Hey, man.
Ohio.
Last week, we had all the seasons on Thursday.
Yeah, so we did. This is my first time seeing seasons in Georgia. I saw fall for the first time and was like they're literally red. These leaves are red for real. Never saw that in my life.
Yeah,
not in Florida.
Take a 1 hour flight from there. Yeah, come see some snow.
Okay, I'm there. I'm there.
I mean, come get the rock hall flowers. Come get everything. Now, what I want the people to do, I want the people to experience this song and hear how dope it is. So we're gonna jump on to the song, play it for them, and when we get back, got a couple questions. I want you to. I'm not gonna give it away because I want it off the dome, but I just want you to think about your top influences and a GOAT list. But I'm gonna word it a little different for you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to play the extended waiting version of Until. It's a SpeakEasy radio show. Listen up. Just a new wedding song. You stuck right on my side. That's the song. I think that's right. I know you're turning to. You should not take love. You really an angel from God has been sent to me. And I'll be loving you until my life you always. Until the stars fall from the sky. Until the truth becomes a lie. Cause that's how long my love will last. Until my days on earth have passed. Just call my name, girl, I'll be there. This is a walk down the aisle song. It really is. The breeze in your hair, my love for you will never die. Just multiply. Through your heart, a river flows. Feelings of joy only I can know. I don't deserve to be the one. I'll give it up till my day is done. When you look into my eyes, well deep inside, my emotions get high. What a wonderful love, girl. I was listening to it. Like, I'm listening to it, and I'm like, somebody's standing there crying. Probably both of them.
Hey, that's a hell of a story. Hey, my man wrote this whole album.
Whole 7 songs. But she got this one called Falling for All. I like one of her names. I ain't gonna put the business on it. But
Jordan is on vacation in Nashville, Tennessee. I think it had to be the hotel. But sleeping on that pillow, she was like she went to sleep and woke up with me.
Hotel? Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. See, I gotta find it. These are all songs from this.
It's supposed to be Thursday. Yeah, I don't know. That night drove back. It was just those two that went. She had four.
Until the stars fall from the sky, until the truth becomes a lie. That's how long our love will last. Until my days on earth have passed. Just hold my hand, girl, I'll be there.
Where's the shot? That's where's shot. So she won't let her do it.
No, she transferred to CSA.
Okay, so fine.
Fire.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Slow down.
ladies and gentlemen, that is the new wedding song. It takes a humble individual to say that he don't think he a good singer singing a song like that. So what we just decided, me and Tay decided, is that that's a wedding song.
Yeah,
somebody
I'm
walking
slow
down it,
dancing my life
and
away.
somebody's gonna be crying. We don't know who.
Slow dance.
But now looking at the cover art, and I ain't gonna put too much out there, but I'm gonna ask: is that hummingbird on the cover?
It absolutely is.
Okay,
Oh,
that's what her hand blocking her face.
Yeah, I for some reason at some point was just taking pictures of her. She was about to leave. She was about to go home because she was in my town just to do Dreamgirls, and I was like, when you leave, I want to be able to look at you whenever I want to. So I was just randomly snapping pictures and had all those pictures.
Yeah. That picture.
You're gonna make us go watch this movie.
That picture.
Go watch the who?
You know you're gonna make us go watch the movie.
Movie?
You said Dreamgirls.
Oh, Dreamgirls. Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes. You're gonna make us. I'm like, I ain't gonna ask you, but I'm gonna go watch them. Let me see if I can figure her out.
Nah, it was in the play Dreamgirls.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, well, I'll find it. YouTube got everything. No, I'm just playing. No, this is love. So what's coming up on the docket? I see. Now this one can ride for a while. So are you gonna let this one ride for? It hasn't been a full year. So you gonna keep riding this one out, or you already got stuff in the chamber ready?
Absolutely, I absolutely will ride this. I am one who I'm a nerd, and I love to study, and I love the album campaigns of the past, where an artist will ride on the album for 2 to 3 years. Yeah. I love that. I love that so much.
That's the stuff that doesn't happen anymore.
Right. Unless you're Taylor Swift or Bruno Mars or Beyonce.
I was gonna say Bruno Mars. Aside from Silk Sonic, ain't putting nothing out in almost 10.
And he can still stretch an album for 3 years, and I feel like that's what I want. Just keep recycling these promoting these songs until they all hit 2 million. And they're almost there. Some of them are at 1.5 million. There's only one song that's not at 1 million yet.
What's that?
Song for You. That's just because I haven't promoted it yet. I haven't gotten around to it.
Streams for Hummingbird?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of my favorite songs.
Because I'm gonna listen to it because my second favorite one was Falling for Autumn.
Falling for Autumn. That's also one of my favorite ones. People call her Autumn now. They think her name is Autumn.
I kind of went that direction too. I thought it was a play on her name.
Everybody's like, how is Autumn? You still with Autumn? I told her today, I was like, people think your name is Autumn. They really do.
And I mean, we just call it a code word.
Absolutely.
Nickname.
There you go.
Now any tour coming up, we gonna take this stuff to the people like us up here. We need this up here.
Yeah, we really do.
Coming very soon. I have a couple I have a couple, paperwork on the table, and
Okay.
you're trying to figure out which paperwork I'm gonna sign. And now that I got a couple of them, I can use some of them as leverage. But
Okay.
just trying to make sure all my business is right before I do anything, because we're not just signing anything now. We're not gonna just sign
Absolutely.
nothing.
Amen to that. I
Um,
got you on that. Now,
but yeah, so hopefully after all that is right, tour will happen right after that.
and we're gonna make sure everybody that follows us and watches us know exactly how to find you. But before we
Beautiful.
do that part, now, a couple weeks back, maybe like 2 months ago, we had a Best Singers Mount Rushmore. It was, yeah, and I mean, I was getting beat up about this for about 2 weeks. Now, I gave my Mount Rushmore because it's hard to do with singers, because you're talking eras and genres and things like that. So I said mine, Marie said hers, and I'm going to ask you yours. And mine was, for my Mount Rushmore, it was hard. I said Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I said Stevie Wonder.
Of course.
I said Whitney Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said David Ruffin.
Yeah, that's good. That's
So
great. That is a great Mount Rushmore.
Honorable mention to Teddy P, Marvin Gaye, Luther.
Right.
Totality, I had to give that to the four that transcended whatever they did.
Mm-hmm.
Because it wasn't just singing.
Right.
And Marvin, you could switch anybody almost.
Marvin.
I know Marvin, but because Marvin and Whitney had the Super Bowl anthem, the Star Spangled Banners.
Yes, they did.
They had, but Michael's Michael, but hell, Stevie is Stevie. 74, 5, still going. Whitney is goated, and then David Ruffin. We don't have the Temptations without that first.
Mm-hmm.
We got a whole quotable that he ain't even say in real life. So that was mine. Do you got yours?
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be tough. Okay.
I know it. We was
Number one,
gotta
be Stevie. Number one has to be Stevie. Stevie is just everybody's father when it comes to music.
Yeah.
In every genre, everybody looks up to Stevie Wonder as a vocalist, as an instrumentalist. It has to be Stevie.
I mean, he just put out the new one with Gary Clark Jr.
And it's beautiful.
I love it. I'm like, this man is relevant in every era.
I have to put, got to put Jackie Wilson on there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Got to. Jackie is, as a vocalist, top tier. And the things that he was doing in the 60s and 70s and the 50s were way ahead of its time.
Yeah. Okay.
Michael Jackson, because again, it's more than singing. People like to talk about, Michael singing and how stylistic he was, but Michael's voice is so beautiful and so versatile to be able to go to The Lady in My Life, to Beat It, to Smooth Criminal, and the feeling that he had. Like, nobody's gonna sing a Remember the Time with the ad-libs like Michael Jackson is going to.
Let this man cook.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like,
cook.
Nobody has the ad-libs like that. It's more than singing with Michael. I'm
telling you, these texts about to start coming in. These emails, they about to start coming.
So this last one, I want to say Whitney, because of course, why not Whitney? But also Coco from SWV. I heard her sing "If Only You Knew" the other day, and I threw a tantrum because it was so. If y'all haven't heard Coco sing that song, like I probably would have to go Coco from SWV. That girl,
really, Hey, that's dope.
That girl is a singer. She's a singer.
You know what? I believe you. Artists have different ears. I'm as a fan. I'm not a singer or anything in music. So I'm a lover of music.
Yeah.
So I'm taking that. I'm taking that as, now I got to go find this on YouTube maybe.
I put Whitney in my honorable mentions. Also my honorable mentions. Kevon Edmonds from After 7. He's in my honorable mentions.
Boy.
That man is a singer. Rasan Patterson is also in my honorable mentions.
Absolutely.
See,
he's also. I don't know. Now I feel like I got to replace one with Rasan Patterson because he's an instrument. He's literally an instrument. If you ever seen him live, he's literally a musical instrument.
I
And
see, and I will say that I had that same saying about Prince,
oh,
except for the falsetto, and people like it's because you love Mike. It's like no, it's just I can't because if I gave Prince that off the strength of falsetto, then what's the difference in Eddie Kendricks to Justin
right,
Timberlake?
right. And Prince
Like,
uses everything in his voice. Prince be like, no.
yeah, he do. See,
But
this
yeah,
was hard because we're like, there's no right answer. There's no wrong answer.
right.
Because I got a whole lot of Donny Hathaways.
Oh, I forgot Donnie. Oh my
See?
gosh.
You got a lot of Marvins. And
Yeah.
I still think Luther might be the greatest singer, pure singer, that I've seen next to Whitney Houston.
That's why I don't participate in these conversations.
When we talk about emoters, like when we talk about emoters, people get this like raw emotion. Donny Hathaway is top tier. Donny Hathaway and Whitney Houston are top tier.
Yeah, Whitney Houston could legitimately make me cry to this day.
Absolutely. If there was that's the Mount Rushmore for that, they have an indefinite spot, especially Donny Hathaway. Every time I hear Little Ghetto Boy, I'm in my feelings all day.
I see. You just took me there.
Little Ghetto Boy, man.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. So see now see Tay don't want to participate.
No, I'm not participating.
You gotta participate.
No, because and then we started just breaking it up. I'm like, what about singers with this octave? Then we threw Stokely in there.
All of them. Put them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like if we talking singers, I'm like, well, okay, Stokely from Mint Condition never did anything to lose any octaves. Like I'm a Drew Hill fan, but Cisco said what he did, and you can hear it now. We did groups. I said, well, you gotta have New Edition, don't you?
New Edition is the top. There is no other group that broke off all their members like that. It's New Edition.
And they all went platinum, at least first time.
Right.
Like, so, okay, but then it's like, I don't do Jodeci, but a lot of people do.
You don't do Jodeci?
I don't do, you know why I don't do Jodeci?
Huh?
Because I can't, I've heard KC sing live. I'm a fan. But I would definitely put the Temptations up there first.
Okay.
And it's like I had somebody. I didn't put Mint Condition up there, but I feel like I forgot. I think I put After 7 up there as a singing group. And I always put Boyz II Men first. Because listen, Wanye done reproduce into like the boys now. Right. he done got 4. We done dispelled the whole Nate's his real brother thing, but I'm like, this brother got 4 kids that just redid it. The Boyz II Men song. Now they about to drop a Tevin Campbell joint. I'm like,
all of them named Wanye, which is crazy.
All of them named Wanye. So I'm like, if we do that, I'm like, so we leaving out Raphael Sadiq. He's a legend. Like it's a lot. Yeah. Yeah. See, now I'm with Tay. Now I don't want to participate no more.
It's too much stress.
It's hard to do.
When did you see Jodeci live?
I did.
When?
That's why I'm saying that. So I saw Jodeci at the height, and I saw Casey and JoJo at the comeback height. Oh, and they still? At the height, they were still like, I was like, you know, we all love Bobby Brown. Yes. And then we found out the truth, but we still love him. You know what I mean? See, I think you know what I mean. I love that. We love Bobby Brown, but then we found out the truth, but we still love him. Yeah. It's kind of like that's the secret you didn't need to know. Like when we found out pro wrestling wasn't real. Like I didn't need to know that.
I don't know why we didn't know that though.
I feel you.
Was we that off? Like,
what about pro wrestling or Bobby Brown?
The wrestling. Like why didn't we know?
You know what we didn't know? Because we were just caught up in the entertainment. Yeah. So we didn't realize that stomp punches were sound effect punches. We were just into it.
Like, my sister is literally signed to WWE right now, and she teach me all of that stuff.
No, and so like growing up is learning that Bobby Brown was the worst of the singers if we're ranking them in that group, but the most successful.
He wasn't the worst.
Listen, no. Of the singers, not Michael, not Ronnie. The four.
Oh, the leads, we'll give it. We'll give him that. Yes,
because even
leads,
Ralph had the soft voice, but Bobby, you had to write him that song. And that's fair. Listen, I will play "Don't Be Cruel" forever. We saw it later on.
I think with Bobby, it was the same thing with Michael, that it was more than the singing, and I think that even the songwriters, for the Count Me Out album, they were telling them you need to write more songs for Bobby, but the label was trying to push the same formula as Candy Girl and as the second New Edition album. But they were like, Bobby is the star. Like, Bobby has soul. He has so much soul and there's so much energy behind the vocals. And I think that's why Ralph Tresvant couldn't lead a Mr. Telephone Man, or
no, he couldn't
lead a Mr. Telephone Man. Like, only a voice and an energy like Bobby could drive a song like that. But when we're talking about like pitch and like just raw vocals, you got to give it to everybody before you give it to Bobby. You got to give it to Ralph. You got to give it to Johnny. You got to give it to Ricky.
I feel like that's fair. But the package is why he was what he was out of that.
Absolutely.
Everybody else. Because they were shoving Ralph to everybody. And Ralph had, if we're ranking them, the weakest solo album out of everybody. Because after Bobby was Poison.
And then after that was Johnny's.
And then was Ralph. And Johnny was the soul singer that didn't fit Cool It Now.
Right.
Which is why it sounds funny when they do the tours. But, okay, I'll make it easier for you. I'll make it a little easier. I'll take it off. Let's take it off of music because you like other stuff. Now, this is what me and Tay argue about all the time. Friend argue. You comic book person, comic book movies?
Is that comic book?
Comic book movies, like superhero movies.
Marvel, DC.
Little bit?
Little bit.
Okay, Batman? Little bit? Okay.
Very, very little.
I was going to ask you, who is the best movie Batman?
Oh, I wouldn't know that. I would not know that.
So
I wouldn't know.
My answer still wins. Because we took a ranking. And
I'm just going to say whichever one had the one with the Prince soundtrack is going to go to him.
Michael Keaton. Yup. Mine.
Just going to say that one.
Oh, boy. See? We're friends now. Derek.
We just going to go with whichever one had the Prince album.
Yeah, that was.
It had to be the best one if you got a Prince album.
I mean, he said it.
They just paid the man well. That's it.
See, that's okay. Because they could have paid him for We Are the World, too.
All right.
Now, Derek, everybody that's listening, they listening all over the world. Tell them how to find you on social.
Okay. All my socials are Sir Indigo Official. Sir like yes, so. Yes, sir. Wow. Sir like yes, sir. Indigo like the color. Official, like what I am.
My man.
I like that.
I like that.
Like what I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Sir Indigo Official. All one word?
Yes.
On all social media platforms. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at _Speakeasy Radio. We're going to definitely have that information up, along with the viral video that we were talking about earlier at the cheerleading event. Or gymnastics, gymnastics. And we're also going to have another video up for the Until single that, again, is going to replace Ribbon in the Sky as the wedding song. Derek, pleasure to have you on, my man. You want to leave anything for the people?
One more time?
I said, did you want to leave any words for the people listening?
Do everything through love and not for love.
Oh. Repeat that one more time.
That's my word for today. Do everything through love and not for love. Because when you don't get that love, then you feel empty. You feel so empty. You get lonely.
That's what you're supposed to do. Look, shout out to you, sir. Shout out to, we're going to call her Autumn. Autumn for inspiring you to write this dope album, Until. Ladies and gentlemen, Until is available on all streaming platforms.
Yes.
What's soon to be the new wedding song, the extended wedding version of Until, along with the other songs like Falling for Autumn and everything else is on that album. This is an EP. We have more information coming, and when it comes from us through Derek, we're going to send it to you. He said the next one that's coming out is Song for You / Strings for a Hummingbird. So we'll make sure we have that up. We'll have all that information listed again. Sir Indigo Official on all social media platforms. Derrick, thank you for joining us, man. We really appreciate you blessing the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Listen, 50 degrees and 16 degrees in Georgia. If you ain't got no snow, we still gonna be a hater, man, up here in Cleveland. Just being honest.
I'll come get some of the snow.
Hey,
I'll come
listen,
take some from you.
Pull up on us, man. Like lunch on me. No Diddy. That's what they say now. No Diddy.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Peace and love, brother. Till the next one.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, that was Derrick Gobourne Jr., the newest album out. He put it out a year ago, but this one's going to be out for a while. Or excuse me, the EP is called Until. Songs inspired by a hummingbird. This is excellent music in a time where we need excellent music. So we're going to keep this in rotation. What's up, Tay?
Hey, that no Diddy though.
That no Diddy.
What? Like what?
So
that no Diddy.
So there's a rapper named Quilly. Or Quill or something, and he trademarked that like literally 3 days ago.
He said,
"I said
I put it in all my boys or whatever." No Diddy.
He said no Diddy.
No Diddy. My mouth dropped immediately. Like, oh, this is a thing.
This is a thing. So look,
please don't let the high school kids start that. If I hear this at work,
you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh like I did.
Yeah, I am.
I know you are, because you're around kids.
am, and I'm.
And kids make everything hilarious.
That's not nice, guys.
It's not nice, but and whether it's true or not, there's another thing that we can't get so caught up in the distractions of what's being said, because you're not a conspiracy theorist. Neither am I. We're just people that can read between lines, and we can read and pull up the veil. And this has Bill Cosby's trying to buy NBC written all over it to me.
Man, look.
Now, we're going to get some more information on that. But before we do, did you hear that the dollar store is going to mark... So we're on the radio, y'all, so y'all couldn't see the face you just made.
You don't even got to finish. I don't know what you're going to say.
The dollar store is about to start marking up some of their prices, items, up to $7. What's the purpose?
First of all,
what's the purpose?
Dollar Tree started with everything literally being $1.
Like $1.
$1.
Like barely taxed.
Listen. So when they started, to be honest, us dollar store folks, because I think you have to be a dollar store person to appreciate dollar stores.
Yeah, you do. I agree with that.
I am a dollar store person. I love finding things for cheap. And it's not things I plan to keep forever. If I went to a dollar store to buy it, I know it's only going to be here for a season. So to be blessed with a dollar store where you could get everything for $1, oh my God, this is so amazing. Pandemic happened, they're like, oh, we got to go up to $125. Hold on, because this stuff in here is still $1 worth of stuff.
Right, it's still the same qualities.
So you're going to tax on 25 cents, which seems like nothing. Like really, if you think about it, it's like. It's just 25 cents, but think about it.
But that adds up with 20 items.
So now I got to pay an extra $1 for the stuff that's not even worth that extra $1.
And
I sat there and I took it. But $7, that stuff ain't worth $1. So how dare you? It's already, they got waffles in there for $5. I can go to Walmart.
They got waffles? Yeah, they do have freezers.
I can go to Walmart and get this $5 stuff for $3. Do I have to be bothered by the greeter going in and out? Yes. Do I have to possibly wait in a very long line? Absolutely. But what I am not going to do is pay $5
or $7
at Dollar Tree. How dare you? I'm going to Dollar General and Family Dollar. I came to you.
Well, Family Dollar, half of these Family Dollars are right next door now.
Listen, they got one that's joint.
Yeah, I seen two.
I refuse to go.
I don't actually get it.
Why am I going in there?
So Dollar General is generally not $1 for anything.
No.
Maybe candy. And even candy's not $1.
No, it's not.
So,
and the candy that is $1 ain't the candy you want.
It's not.
It's not even
the good stuff. Like the suck and say
cow tails.
So right.
Who eating them?
Look.
Who's still eating
you know what it is? It's them strawberry candies that the old ladies had at church that didn't have a pack.
No.
You just don't know where to get
find them at a store.
I know you can't.
Ever. Where do they come from? They just
old
magically appear in the purse at a certain age. Your purse just get filled.
It's just like my friend used to say. He used to tell us this when we was kids. He's like, nobody ever bought a cast iron skillet they just came in the house and your parents got the house and your mom whooped you with it. Like, whoa. We didn't realize what he was saying to us as kids, but I'm like, your mama whipped you with her cast iron skillet. Who could just swing that thing?
First of all, that is the worst thing. I'm gonna hurt myself.
It's not funny listening to abuse, but I said it came with the house so your parents could whoop you with it. He was a badass though, but like that was my boy David. But anyway, you can't find those candies. And it's like, I go to Dollar General, I get laundry detergent and soap and stuff that I'm not spending $1 on.
But listen, Dollar General and Family Dollar
are legit stores.
They really have some gems in there. They got some nice little artwork for the low. Mm-hmm. They got some nice little wall art. They have nice candles that aren't like $22 because they're 3-wick. You can get some really good Bath and Body Works knockoffs at the dollar.
You can get a lot of stuff, and you know you're gonna pay for it.
But I'm going to buy that there. I'm not going to Dollar Tree for none of that. I'm going for the DIY stuff I found on TikTok. That's what I'm going for. That's why. And now it's $7. I'm going to just go to Michael's.
Yeah, right.
Like,
right. Why not? Why not just go to the regular store?
Them. They were like, oh, they're going to close 1,000 of them. And I felt so bad for the store.
For the store.
But then I was like, no, don't close them. We love Dollar Tree. But now I feel bad for the workers because close them bitches. Oh. No. I didn't mean to say that.
Close them bitches. You said it.
Close them stores.
600 of this and 400 of that. But I go to Dollar Tree to get my Betty Crocker kitchen utensils. All the red stuff.
Oh, my God.
That's what I'm saying.
They actually have new stuff. You know that stuff black now? It comes in colors.
Even better. But even still.
But
what you gonna charge me $7 for a colander?
When I can just go to Walmart, although I don't want to,
I'll suffer through that.
And I promise, every time I go to Walmart and I go to that self checkout, I don't care if I had a decent experience or not. I put 1 star every time.
Okay.
Every time. Every time. I do not care if I walked in and I found everything. I think about the past.
My girl Tay is back.
1 star.
Ain't missed a beat.
1 star. You ain't getting no 4 stars out of me, or you ain't getting no rating at all. I'm gonna rate you, Walmart.
So you know what? Before we jump into the mix and celebrate one of the queens, let's real quick talk about this, because I appreciate that you just said that, because we always have this discussion on black businesses and community and things like that. And you always see how quick people are to just dismiss theirs versus Walmart. Like, Walmart is a conglomerate that will listen to the people if they had enough people complaining.
Man, I don't care
like socially.
I'm complaining.
And maybe it's not the right demographic, but I stand to believe that if a certain demographic, the ones that have the power, we know who we're talking about, could just say, oh, you don't have something for me. And then also say, like, you need more cashiers. They'll probably get more cashiers and a few more rainbows. But beyond that,
until then, people gonna keep on getting their own personal discounts.
But they get, but all I'm saying is
they don't even let you.
The power in like certain groups can change certain stuff.
Absolutely.
The same way that our community puts our energy into dismissing those who might not have said resources.
Absolutely.
Listen, y'all, buying an LLC means you had $99. It don't mean you have business etiquette training. Some stuff you can't excuse. Some stuff you could give a pass on. Yeah. It's that inbred hatred. Because it's like, listen, man, I will write Walmart a bad review. But that's one of me.
Every time. I don't care if I have a good experience or not.
I'm saying I will.
I don't even care, and I hope it don't affect the workers. I'm doing that as like my protest to the company, even though I just spent money with them, which is very, very dumb. But
not necessarily.
The fact that I can't even go to self-checkout anymore. You know, it's a cashier. They use cashiers at self-checkout now.
I've seen that.
And only in the steel yard, though.
Well, that's why I don't go there. That and I don't want to die.
No, but the one in South Euclid is worse than the steel yard.
It's worse, sir?
No.
There was... Somebody got shot over there.
Yeah.
Recently.
At the Burlington.
Yesterday.
And they locked everybody in Walmart.
Locked everybody in Walmart because the cop shooting at people at Burlington.
I don't know what that is.
Alexa, stop it. Alexa over here acting up. No, so it's just something I thought about. Like, you know, maybe we should put that energy in hey, Target, Walmart's across the street. Take this stuff down a couple of dollars.
Yeah, Target ain't for the week.
It's not. Target.
If you do not have the willpower
You're gonna be in the
to
chokehold.
say no, don't you go in Target. And if you do go in Target, try to come through the back door because that dollar section right up front, that ain't a dollar. The $1 to $5 section. First of all,
man, that 3 to 5, they're gonna get you.
I love that section.
That's $20 off the jump.
I love that section. They have like little ankle socks and stuff. I always get ankle socks. I hate ankle socks. That's first thought.
See, that's ridiculous, right there.
All the coffee essentials for your house.
But you drink. But you drink coffee. Do Starbucks get you too?
I'm not talking about Starbucks. I'm in a slight protest with them.
You are. I've read your Twitter. I just forgot just that quick.
Slight protest with them at the moment. I do have products from them, but I don't sit there anymore. Oh my God, it's so hard for me to say.
I understand that.
It's like a bad breakup.
I get it.
Who do I go to now for my fast food coffee?
That's just fast food.
I would never.
It was a question mark.
Never for a donut or a bagel, not for coffee though.
Or like me some snacking bacon.
Yeah.
What?
Snacking bacon. I be telling you put that in the toaster.
But I'm gonna tell you one thing about Dunkin'. I've been saying this for a long time, and people that listen and heard me say it. Community lets them all run every Dunkin' Donuts out here. I don't see white people work at Dunkin'. Now, I think the only one I can think of, we're in Cleveland, Ohio, y'all. So if you know anything, please call in and correct me. Wilson Mills.
The Dunkins that have a Baskin Robbins,
yes,
they have the Caucasian workers.
No.
Yeah, everyone I've seen, the one on Ridge, definitely got white people.
Okay, Richmond and Miles, none.
Nope.
Not one.
I think it's area.
Okay, so then Psalm Center and Aurora, none.
Really?
Not one.
Oh, that's kind of great. Do they have like teenagers working?
They have the whole family.
Oh, franchise.
Listen to me, I'm not saying it this way. It's like a Chinese food place.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, whole family. So when I go to them, I'm like, oh,
it's
so you're keeping it in, just like the gas stations and everything else. I don't understand why. I don't believe, and we'll go to the music, but let's just put this out there. I don't feel that our community believes in any form of nepotism, and I don't get it.
I feel like that type of teamwork will have to start in the house.
Yeah.
And it does not. So they don't know. We don't know how to incorporate that in our professional lives because we don't have that at home.
Because generational wealth means it gets left down because we're not taking it.
Yeah. I mean,
it's got to go to somebody.
That's like some generational curses we would have to break. I just told Shay when we were at the lake, you don't ever have to move out of my house until you're ready. As long as you are abiding by these rules and respecting me in the house, you never have to.
What Shay's gonna do?
But I'm not about to kick her out because she's going to school and make her have to pay bills while in school. Like,
she's 18.
When you're finished with school, I want you to be able to be debt free so you can do whatever you need to do to get up out of here.
I'm telling you, like it's like I have friends who I didn't understand why their parents were still paying their cell phone bill for certain. I'm like, oh, because she's setting them up. And then next thing you know, now they're at this level and now they're kicking back but still going forward. Because they can afford to kick back but still pay it forward. It's not like now I gotta go back and take care of my parents. It's like, no, now I can let my mama live up. And still honest, and get my kids ready.
That's like the least of if I remove Shay from my bill, it's gonna go down $25. I'm gonna keep her on.
See, I don't know.
I'm gonna keep her on. Now, had I had a bill without her to begin with, that would be a huge difference. But the fact that I'm still gonna be paying a lot of money. Shay
at this point, age wise, what's she? 19?
18.
So she's still on your insurance.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it changed nothing.
I ain't
right. So
no, you don't gotta pay your cell phone bill.
That's a trauma response that we gotta get out. Gotta get away from.
Yeah.
But
teacher community starts at home.
It do, and we're gonna do some more of that because every time I go in there and look at that Dunkin' Donuts, I'm like, look, it's all of them.
All you gotta do is get a franchise. You hire who you want.
Yeah, and they keep it in the family.
For sure.
I'm not against it.
And,
just like learn how to.
You don't have to make none of that stuff. Nothing is made from scratch. Not a single thing. Not one item. Are they like, oh, let this yeast rise. We gotta let this sit for
Right.
an hour. They not making donuts and bagels for
And just like they're not making the donuts and bagels from scratch, they're doing it. Nobody's doing it by themselves.
At all.
Look, Dunkin' and Baskin, like
for.
nobody's doing it by themselves. Like partnerships is why everybody can get more. Now I got to do it on my own. You've never watched Shark Tank, never once. Like this is how this works. Like Mark Cuban got 100 businesses because he bought a share in 99 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to learn how this works. Let's get back into the mix once again. Or no, I think this is the first time. Shout out to your girlfriend's favorite DJ Coco Z with the Midway Mix honoring. This is a travesty. 5-time Grammy Award winner Mariah Carey only has 5 Grammys.
Why is that? You already know why.
That is a travesty.
That is a travesty, though. Listen. What you got against Mariah Carey?
She called her daddy a black gorilla.
When did she do that?
Okay, look.
When did she do? Look, we about to do the music. Mariah Carey turned 55 today. We just gonna do the music because I'm gonna always miss something. She called her daddy that?
Yeah, it was back when she started.
She 55.
Yeah, it was back when she started. See, I'm telling.
Do we talking Vision of Love?
Yes.
Okay, before the
But
break.
she's like, my dad's a black gorilla, you know.
Well, who had a gun to her head? Tom Mottola?
No, she was doing an interview on Merv Griffin, and she was like, "Yeah, my mom didn't want. She didn't want me. She didn't want me around my dad. He's a black gorilla." Yeah.
Was she quoting her mom?
If she'd have said it today, she'd have got busted up. She probably was quoting her mama.
Okay, she probably was.
She a trick for saying it.
Nick Cannon better kick Granny up out of that baby mama drama. That's why
Nick
I know.
Cannon, because Nick Cannon was 44.
I think that's why she hasn't been a part of it, because she's too seasoned.
Yeah, she
55.
Because when Nick Cannon first married her, we were
how
like,
old
what?
was she when she had them kids? Did she ain't have them? Did she have them? Or did somebody else have them?
That's a great question. Them kids is 12, 13,
These celebrities, man.
14. So she might. Was she had the 40 babies? She was like young 40, maybe.
She was in the 40s.
She was in the 40s. She might have been young. Listen.
This is just even more.
She rich with good doctors. She could have.
The medical field is a scam.
Why? Because all the rich people have babies with no problems at 55.
All people be having kids.
Because Janet popped out her kid. Right.
At 52, was she 52?
She was 50 something.
Meanwhile, Samantha can't have a kid at 45 because
Samantha, you in the names, man. Like, once again, shout out to your girlfriend's favorite DJ Coco Z. Happy birthday to Mariah Carey. We're not gonna throw her off the Christmas song. We just gonna play the rest. This is the SpeakEasy Radio Show, y'all.
great.
It's DJ Coco.
You know, Christmas song.
I just talking about you to somebody.
Everybody just.
Cause my mind ain't the same, and you keep on playing games like you know I'm here to stay. Shook it just like a cat on commission line. We gotta get everybody here.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So welcome back, Ted.